obviously all SPACs are not created equal, but what are the difference among those SPACs that tend to perform over time and those that don't? And what they found really interesting is that there's a premium for operator-led SPACs. And they were like, oh, why is that? And what they found is three reasons principally, right? Number one, operator-led SPACs tend to focus on a narrow thesis, right? They tend to stick with what they know. They're not overly confident that they could, if they spent their entire life in consumer, they could suddenly identify a great cybersecurity business. You know, they tend to stick with what they know. That was number one. Two, they tend to ensure that the diligence is pretty thorough. You know, if you've done it before, you know what to look for, right? It's like no one is going to tell me that their customer acquisition cost is X when really it's Y. I just have too much experience diligencing businesses, investing businesses, building businesses. So that's number two. And three, because their bias is to solve problems, they realize that, you know, writing a check, getting a deal done is day one, right? Nothing goes up in a straight line. Problems will emerge, and you need to stay involved so that you could be there to lend a hand when those problems emerge. So what they found is that operator-led SPACs tend to stay way more involved in the governance of the target company long term. So what does it all add up to? They tried to quantify two things. One, operator-led SPACs outperform other SPACs by 40%. And number two, actually outperform the S&P by 10%. So my advice to anyone out there, whether you're backing me or interested in me or any other SPAC, is do your homework. Go into the S1, read the bios of the team that's involved. And number one, say who's involved, what gives them the ability to source deal flow within the sector, what gives them the ability to diligence the deal flow that they are sourcing, or are they just hoping a bank is going to drop a gift on their lap? Because newsflash, that does not happen. And then number three, are they likely to stick with it? You know, do they care about their reputation more than anything else? And that's an important constellation of variables. If you have that combination, if you can say, if they check the box, yeah, they really know this space, they're likely to have deal flow. They really like it. They care about their reputation. So they're not just going to do any deal. That's a team you can bet on.